Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video on Balboabtw. And Cetro gave me his official response to basically everything. There was a lot of claims that he was fired. There was a lot of claims of everything else. Chaotic even said something about his stuff. Even Chaotic lied, which was a little insane. But if you guys didn't watch my last video, basically everyone was under the assumption that he was fired. And this was basically his response. So his response was, I already know misinformation is being spread and people will probably start to be ignorant. So I'm just letting you know, to clarify, I did not leave the Discord due to harassment. I get harassed every day. I don't care. I left because I wanted a mental break. Reviving this game 3 times and constantly having to work on it and deal with all the problems that comes to it is taxing. Because of how much of an impact I have on the game, and the dev team, and the community, I am not the best when it comes to talking about my feelings, and I am not a perfect being either. I'm just a human being that works on type, so I'm not fired, and I love everyone. Stay blessed. Okay, so that was his official response. I think when it comes to responses, that's a pretty good response, right? I understand him being overworked. I understand all this, all that. Cool. That is fine. Perfectly fine response. Now, is leaving in the middle of your biggest re-release ever kind of crazy? Yes. Is doing everything else? Yes. Because we were under the impression, because for some reason, bum-ass fucking Chaotic told everyone he left the Discord because harassment, he wants a break. I don't know why Chaotic tried to speak to him. Chaotic's always doing some dumb shit, so I'm not surprised at all. We already know that Chaotic's the fucking real issue with this game. Every single person, when Chaotic said this, was basically under the assumption that Cetro basically got bullied out of the Discord. He says himself, I did not leave the Discord due to harassment. I get harassed every day. I don't care. So Chaotic just blatantly fucking lied. I don't know why he even tried to speak out because, Chaotic just does zero research on anything and just talks. I don't know why. But as far as responses goes, this is fine, right? This is okay. I think every single person here understands what being overworked is, right? And to a certain point, we kind of have to agree with him because, in all honesty, the whole reason why we have the game right now technically is because of Cetro, right? Dave killed the game around, what, 9, 10 months ago? When Dave was rehired, he killed the game. Even if it wasn't his fault, either way, when he was the lead dev, the game died, right? Cetro was fired. They rehired him. He did the October release. It was terrible. They shut down the game again, and then he has this re-release. All of that was under Cetro as lead dev. The only times this game has come back successfully was under Cetro. So I understand what he's saying, right? We all remember that Type Soul dropped 3 years ago. It died. They shut down the game. Cetro dropped Type Menma, and then Chaotic and all them saw that, and they were like, damn, okay, we're going to hire you to work on the main game. So they start working on the main game. Boom, re-release happens. Original re-release is pretty good. It has 50, 60k-ish players, pretty standardly. Player count really didn't drop. And then boom, around July, Cetro gets fired. Dave takes over. Game dies within a month of it being under Dave. Nobody's really surprised. Me and Cetro decide to make our own copy, Type Reborn. And basically Cetro backdoors me. That's whatever, right? He backdoors me. He says basically fuck this. And then he gets rehired to the main game to, release the October update. And the October update was terrible. It was the worst re-release they ever did. The new KT was super laggy. Nobody enjoyed it. Nobody did that, all that, right? And then I would say 9 months later, this re-release drops and it's buggy. It didn't meet anyone's standards, anything like that. And then, mental break. Sure, you have to deal with the dev team. You have to deal with the community. You have to hide requirements because you don't want people to get everything too easily and then just leave the game. You have to do all this. Sure. My issue with this announcement is more of a personal issue because literally 2 days ago, Setro's in my DM saying you have done a lot more drama and harm than you think you consider yourself helping, and to say that you're the voice of the community is also not true. Your informational videos are just blatantly either shitting on the game or just saying random propaganda mishaps to make people hate us. So he himself says that I'm not the voice of the community, and then for his official response, instead of telling some developer to put it inside the Discord, he goes to me. That's my only personal gripe with this. Obviously, you guys can take that how you will. I just thought that part was funny, that he literally is like, you don't do shit for this game, and then he goes to me so he can get his voice heard when he says I'm not the voice, which is interesting. But as far as Chaotic goes, I don't know why the fuck this guy is even relevant to this game anymore. Literally, in my stream, And everyone saw this screenshot of Chaotic saying he left the Cord because of harassment. He wants a break. So in everyone's minds, we're all like, what the fuck? So Cetro rage baited the whole community, and then he starts getting harassment because he was rage baiting, and then he leaves, so he basically got bullied off the team. That's what everyone was thinking inside of our brain, right? And then Cetro comes on here and says he doesn't care about harassment, and that he just wanted a mental break because he's revived the game 3 times, he's done this, he's done that, and, he's kind of tired of it all. So Chaotic just looks like a fucking idiot once again. Same guy completely dudded Scythe yesterday, by the way. Scythe is, like, unusable now because Chaotic doesn't actually know how to develop, and all he does is fucking sit there. His only other game that he owns is a Naruto copy, so I think that says enough for Chaotic, right? But it's just very interesting to me because at the current moment, we don't really have a lead developer. Like, I guess if you guys want to consider them changing Daniel's role for about 2 seconds, a new lead developer. But at the current moment, it's making it seem like we don't have a lead developer. Cetro's not really working on the game. He's kind of just sitting there, right? Like, he's taking a mental break. Usually a mental break means that he's not doing shit. He's not helping with anything. He's kind of just sitting there, and he'll come back whenever he wants to come back. So don't be surprised if you see Cetro back in the Discord in like a week or two. But it's just very interesting to me because at the current moment, we technically don't have a lead developer. He didn't get fired. He didn't do anything like that. He just, like he said, he wanted a mental break, which is fine. Like, that's cool. If you need a mental break because of certain things, like if you're overworking yourself, sure, you need a mental break. That is completely understandable. I think everyone watching this video will understand that. But at the same time, like, your game's in the most important state that it's ever been in, and you're just kind of dipping, and there's no replacement. So, like, what happens now is basically the question that we're left with. What actually happens now? And also, you guys might be wondering, why are you only showing Discord? And why are you logged back into your main Discord account, or your main Roblox account? One of the moderators walks up to me and basically says, Skibbity Sigma, watch the Skibbity ban, Skibbity bye-bye, and banned me from the fucking game. So, I don't have my Creed emblem, and I don't have my Vow of Sacrifice account anymore. So, I'll have to lock in and get another one. Hopefully, I can get one by tomorrow. But these are just all very interesting things that we are seeing, right? As far as Cetro goes, I feel like his response is fine. Him giving me the response when he's literally saying that you're not the voice of the community is interesting. And then Chaotic just being a dumb fuck, like always, is not surprising at all. You guys can obviously feel free to leave your own thoughts in the comments. I just thought all of this was interesting. But as far as we know, as of the current moment, I wouldn't say that he's not working on the game. He doesn't really say that he's not working on the game here. All that he says is that he's not in the Discord, right? But he did say that he wants a mental break. So he does want a break. So I imagine that he's not really doing anything for the game at the current moment. But like I said, we don't really have the full concrete answer from his response. All that we know is he wants a break and he feels overworked. Made sense. Okay, great. As far as what happens now, nobody really knows. So we'll have to see and kind of just stay tuned, I guess.